And here we go again. Oh. Oh. I should really do this in my studio. Let's see if I'm... Looks like I'm live. Oh, boy. Yeah, let's not go that there. Hey, Abdul, or sorry, I can't. How's it going, guys? This is a serious topic, okay? And let me do action first, right? Hey, everybody, this is Rock Queens. Everyone coming at you live from my headquarters in Rocklahoma. How's it going? It's Monday. Is it Monday? It is. It's a very sad Monday. I have several cats. But anyway, today's been a rough day for me as far as my depression, my anxiety, panic attacks, pain issues. Jim's going through his issues as well. He's going through a lot of stress and all that. The reason why I came on here is because this is a topic near and dear to my heart. That's why I created the Queen's Light Brigade, so we can create a wildfire change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. Okay? And, so, mental illness, addiction, and suicide, they're not prejudiced. Okay? I've had suicidal thoughts in my life, not now. I'm sure you or maybe somebody you know had suicidal thoughts, maybe committed suicide. I've had several friends commit suicide. Actually, my cousin Eric committed suicide back in, I think, 2018. And this is a very dark topic, guys, but we're here to uplift each other. We're here to support each other, okay? Jim's brother committed suicide back in 1976. He was a Vietnam vet, and they really didn't know how to deal with post-traumatic stress disorder. And I think he was 7 years old, maybe, when that happened, all that. And my mother-in-law, ever since that happened, felt guilty that it happened until she passed away. in 2021. Okay, but I think she's still guilty, but I'm sure Dusty hugged her when she got to the pearly gates. It's getting cooler. It's getting cooler. We have a weird weather in Oklahoma and all that. So, like I said, this is a very dark topic. We're here to uplift each other. We're here to support one another. Please, I beg of you, if you're going through any suicide ideations or homicidal ideations, please, you can talk to me on here. If not, if you don't feel comfortable talking to me on here, I understand. But please get yourself some help. Please call or dial 988. That's the Suicide Crisis Lifeline. I have resources in the chat other than 988. You can call or call your behavioral health center. Call your nearest hospital. Most hospitals have psychiatric emergency services. So if you feel really depressed, you're feeling anxious, you feel like you're at your end of your rope, you can call your hospital, nearest hospital, or just have your friend or family member drive you there and just say, I feel like this. And they'll see you, okay? And they'll talk to you. And all that. So, Robert Carradine, all right, he was 71 years old. He was battling bipolar depression for about 20 years. And they used to call it manic depressive disorder, okay? And so he was battling for 20 years. He was on like Revenge of the Nerds, 1984, and he was like on Lizzie McGuire, and he was the brother of David Carradine. I hear you. I think we all are, but we're gonna keep fighting. Life is beautiful. It really is. Life isn't a bed of roses. But I'd rather be up above 6 feet than down under 6 feet. And I've had thoughts like that, okay? And I am so grateful for my husband, my family, my support system, AA. So, at 71 years old, hold on. Anyway. So, yeah. I'm not worried about it. But, so that was in the news about Robert Carradine. He was 71. And he was fighting bipolar for years. For me, I've been battling depression, anxiety, panic attacks for years. Well, panic attacks, oh yeah, about 10 years or whatever. Then, later on today, Martin Short's daughter, who was 42, her name was Katherine, committed suicide. It doesn't matter how she did it or whatever. You know what I mean? And she was a social worker. And Martin Short's wife died of cancer years ago. So he's had some tragedy in his life. All that. And so I feel very compelled because I'm having a rough day. My husband's having a rough day. The Carradine's family is having a rough day. The Short family's been having a rough day. And maybe you are too. You know, and I'm with you on this. So we're going to go to the good old book here and say some verses, which is Psalm 34, verse 18. And it says, and this is for the brokenhearted, you know, for the people that are grieving. And this says, the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. So in layman's terms, I was reading from the King James Bible version, but for layman's terms, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Amen. And then there's another one that I like to say, and that's Isaiah 41:10. And this is also from the King James Version. 41:10, right? All right. And so this is for the strength to keep fighting, guys. We have to fight this. You know, whether it be addiction, mental illness, we have to keep fighting. Life is beautiful, you know, and I'm still on my mission. You know, so Isaiah 41:10 says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. And with that saying, is so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. And it seems like we need help every day, doesn't it, guys? So this is from the King James Version. So that's my 2 Bible verses. You know what? It's very funny when I went to look these up. Psalm came right up. Not the exact Bible verse, but it was just so strange. I know, yeah. It wasn't strange. It was God. So that's my 2 Bible verses. And I thank God every day for my life, even though if I'm going through pain and I'm going through depression, I'm going through panic attacks, you know, He gave me the gift of recovery. And He gave me my husband, who's going through his issues today. But we have to break the stigma, guys, of addiction and mental illness. There's not many channels like mine that are trying to do this to get the message out, because it's becoming more and more common where you hear stuff like this on the news. And mind you, mental health, mental illness, and addiction, okay, they're not prejudiced. All walks of life go through some kind of mental illness or addiction. Well, if you're dealing with stomach issues, then just go to the doctor if you have insurance. Being stressed out about life, about bills, about maybe your loved one, or maybe a neighbor you haven't heard from in a while, or a friend that you haven't heard from. Financial reasons, you know, that's causing you a lot of stress, causes a lot of gastro problems. I think my husband gets them. You know, I get that every once in a while. So, but for the grace of God go I. You know, that should have been me. You know, and I know my family is dealing with the grief still over my cousin's suicide. You know, it was a shock to me because I didn't talk to them for years until I found out my cousin my other cousin passed away from Alzheimer's, and I was talking to my cousin Julie, and Eric just wanted to be with his brother. We might not know why they wanted to do it. We could think why they did it, but it doesn't matter because they're gone. They're the one that made the decision to do that. It's sad. I just had to come on here because I don't feel like that. But I felt compelled to come on the live stream and talk about it because it does affect me. Maybe it affects you some way. Maybe, I never heard of Robert Carradine. I could care less. I didn't know anything about Katherine Martin Short's daughter. Doesn't affect me any. Well, okay, that's you. But it affects other people. That's why, like with me, I can't keep anything in. I can't keep anything in because we are sick as our secrets. If I want to use, okay, talk to my sponsor, go to a meeting, talk to my husband, talk to my counselor about it. Hello, Alicia. How are you? Thanks for joining me on my stream. I hope you're having a marvelous Monday. I'm getting by. I'll admit. I'll admit. I'm just, It's been a rough few days for me, and it's been a rough couple days for my husband. Because he has to deal with me. Pray for him. Not sure you remember me from Tay and Rhodey. My life is shit at the moment, but better days coming, right? Here, Alicia, let me give you a cyber hug. Here, we'll cyber hug, positive hugs. Things will get better hugs. They will. I know. You can always talk to me on here. You know that, right? Oh, no. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I think it. Hey, take it easy. What's up? Thanks for joining me on my live stream. This is raw and naked, pretty much. I couldn't go in my studio to do this, but I don't know what. Oh, you're not in trouble, Alicia. Damn Streamlabs. I don't know what. So you're getting a pacemaker next week. Not recover from spinal surgery. Don't. Oh my God. Matchmaker. You talking to Tay? How's your daughter? I should really go in my studio and film this. Now that, shoot, I hope you're not. Spinal surgery, I will never get. She's good. Who's good? Tay? And me? Get out of here. Don't. Yeah, I don't. Streamlabs just. Oh my God. I just said a prayer too. And all right. Mine was emergency. I broke my back in 3 spots and was leaking spinal fluid. Oh my word. So you had a fall? And when was this again? Alicia? Oh my God. That's terrible. I fell early this morning and stuff. I've always had falls lately and stuff. And I'm lucky. I mean, I jar my back and stuff, and I break my fall. But I'm sorry, and they sent you home right away. I don't understand that either. Oh, you're recovering from bone cancer, and your spine gives in. Changed my whole life. So your bones are brittle, right? Probably because of the chemo and all that, right? Did they give you they gave you a bone marrow transplant, right? I think Robin Roberts from Good Morning America, she had bone cancer. And she had to go through marrow transplants and all that stuff. I'm on bed rest with home health now because I begged to get out of the hospital and recover here for now till the clearance for surgery. I don't blame you. I was actually in this was like back in 2021. And I had to be in the hospital for a whole month. And I had 2 surgeries on my ankle, okay? Because I had an infection that I had for years. And luckily I didn't die from it. And I was there for a month. I can still walk and I still have my ankle, but I still have to go into surgery to do a debriefing. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey! Ciao! Gianca, how are you? I love my Italian food, as you can tell, but anyway. Ash Road, I was there for a week and never even got a food tray. When I had my spinal surgery, I was in the hospital. Uh, I'm trying to. You were in a wait. You were in the hospital for 6 weeks. Is that it? And then a nursing home for 4 months. You could have came to me too, Alicia. Hold on. That would drive me up the wall. But they had fluids in you, correct? Yes, I just got out and learned to walk again in October. Now this, ugh. I say to myself, but saw you were on and wanted to come and get my hug and let you know why I've been gone. I'll give you another hug, okay? I think we both need it, but I think you need it more than I need it. So, I'm welcome back. I hope things get better for you. I wish you a speedy recovery. And I hope things get better for you. You have to keep fighting. Yeah. Keep fighting. You know what I mean? You have to keep fighting. Life is worth living for. And all that. I mean, I go through my back. And that's right. Your grandson needs you. Yes. He'll keep you young. He'll get you going. He'll keep you on the run, right? I bet you he's a little devil, isn't he? How old's your grandson? My mom used to say the same thing about my son Sean when he was little. 9? April what? My birthday's April 7th. My husband's is April 30th. 26? So you have anything planned? Yours is April 20th? You're an Aries? I'm an Aries. I have a hard head. As my husband. Hard head makes a soft ass. Diane Bree, oh my God. You, hold on. Hold the presses here. Diane Breed, I think you're going to be proud of me. And I'll tell you why. I don't think I need you as a preacher anymore. Now again. Look at this. Look at this. Look. See this? The good old book, right? And guess what I did during this live stream without your help? moving up. I did this live stream because I felt compelled to. Okay, I needed to gather and round up the Queen's Light Brigade. Okay, because there's 2 suicides that happened today. And well, they're not 2 suicides in the entertainment world today. But I'm sure there's other suicides that aren't Hollywood, okay? And whatever. And so Robert Carradine was 71 years old, battling bipolar for years, okay? And his brothers were David Carradine, and he also killed himself under mysterious circumstances, right? And Keith Carradine. And his biggest role was Revenge of the Nerds back in 1984. Martin Short's daughter, Katherine, she was 42, and she died of a suicide. Oh, I hope I'm not running you off, Alicia. I know this is a dark topic and stuff, but I was trying to get to, I actually read from the Bible on here without anybody telling me. And for you, God's with you, Alicia. God's with you. And you have something to look forward to with your grandson's birthday. You know what? Oh, you have a 7:30. Oh, I know how that is. Yeah, you need rest. I love you, Alicia. I love you, and good luck with your appointment tomorrow. Much love to you. There. I love you, Cyberhog. Oh, and Dying Breed. I'm almost in tears. I told my husband, I said, I'm going to incorporate God in the stream. And I said that at the beginning of January. And a lot of things are happening in a good way. And Preacher, Dying Breed, I'm so grateful for our friendship. With you coming in here and spewing Bible verses and a lot of stuff, and me calling Jim saying, Jim, come in here. Well, Jim's going through his thing tonight. Because I've had a rough night all night, all this stuff. And now he's just stressed out and he needs this rest and all that stuff. But with you planting the seed, well, God has to, and so has Jim in every which way. I actually, and especially now that, with David Carradine's brother Robert, who killed himself and then Martin Short's daughter, Katherine. We need this right now, right? We need this. We need the truth and the light. And that's why I create the world. That's why I create the Queen's Light Brigade. to diminish the darkness in the world. And I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. Carney, how's it going? I hope you got my email. I'm going to give you a welcome back hug. Going now. There, that's more like a motorcycle. All of them. You know why? Because I'm a drug addict. A recovering drug addict, though. Hold on. Hold on, guys. All right, Diane Breed, hold on. So, hold on. I love you, Carney. I love you. All right, just understand what I said. Okay, and that. But so, all right, so Diane Breed. This is what I said. This is what I said. I spoke of Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. And I did that for the family and all the families that are dealing with people that die from suicide. Their family members, their friends, all that stuff, right? But I said from here. Then the second verse I read was for strength to keep going, to keep fighting, okay? So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. And that's Isaiah 41:10. And I did read from here and stuff. And for laymen like myself who likes to just read not old English, I read it on my TV. Amen, right? So, how are you doing, Dying? And yeah, you oh my God, you said something else. Wait a minute. You threw out another Bible verse, didn't you? Oh, man. Hold on. I can't. I'll find it. All right, numbers. Numbers. You said numbers. So Numbers 6, 24 through 26 in the King James Version. The Lord blesses. I can't. The Lord. Oh my God. All right. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you peace. You're out. Wait a minute. Where are you at, Diane? Commando Judo. Yeah. Savannah, Georgia. You know how I love Georgia? Have you ever tried boiled peanuts before? They come in a can, boiled peanuts. A lot of people don't like them. They're very salty. Yeah, not a fan. Yeah. When Ed and I used to go to Georgia a lot, we had to buy a whole can of peanuts, boiled peanuts, for his friend that used to love them. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them either. Yeah, I love Georgia. So where are you going next? Douglas, Georgia, to pick up Lark trailers? I should have done this in my studio because you hear about these suicides all the time, and a lot of people that see, like celebrity suicides or whatever, they copycat it. And if you guys out there feel suicidal, homicidal, please pick up your phone, guys. Pick up your phone, dial 988. Maybe call a friend or a loved one to maybe take you to your behavioral health center or your nearest hospital. And so you can just talk to somebody. A lot of people are going through stress right now. I know I am. I know most of you are out there. And with whatever I'm going through, it doesn't give me an excuse to pick up a drink or a drug. That's why I rely on the program, AA. Maybe for you guys, you don't go to AA, you go to NA, maybe you go to self-recovery, whatever. Maybe you don't go to meetings outside your house. Maybe you go to online meetings like intherooms.com. They have all kinds of meetings for everybody. Every little bit helps. Believe me. I mean, you think sometimes you're fine. Like, I'm fine. I'm having a good day and whatever. And you hear news like that with Martin Short's daughter and Robert Carradine, and it's like, oh my God, really? And then it just blows your mind, and then like, oh, and then you just go down that rabbit hole. It just snowballs, right? That's why you have to get your stuff out. That's why you can't keep things in. You have to talk about how you're feeling. And it's okay to feel, guys. It's okay to feel. Even feeling depressed sucks. Feelings like maybe you're recovering from surgery and in a lot of pain. I know somebody that's recovering from pain right now, physical pain, and probably emotional pain too, is Key-Fob. He's home right now. Thank God he survived that. But thank God he has a very loving wife, supportive wife. And thank God for his family and the Coffee Break crew, Queens Life Brigade, the duct tape community. We're all trying to uplift him. And he'll be laid up for months. So with my back pain, My back pain is. Thank you, and you know what? Come here. Spin chips. Oh my, let me give you a hug. I am so grateful for you. Cyber grateful. Seriously. You say things when I put things up. And like, you have a heart of gold. You're an angel. You're this. And listen, first of all, I'm not being cocky. I'm very grounded. And you know that. And just by you giving me compliments like that keeps me grounded. Wear a mask. What's up? It's not that kind of rocket. Rocket Queen is a song from GNR. I used to open up for GNR way back in the 80s. And Rocket Queen has a sentimental value to me. The song. I am a recovery queen. But Spittin' Chips, thank you. Thank you for your support with coming here, supporting me, commenting on my posts and stuff. I truly appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not going to wear that crown. The only one that wears the crown is Jesus. Jesus is king. How you doing, Spittin' Chips? Tell me. Enough about me. If you guys are going through something right now, if you're struggling with drugs and alcohol and or mental illness, you've had it, you're at the end of your rope, and all that, you can always come talk to me and stuff. That's why I created the Queen's Light Brigade. The Queen's Light Brigade is trying to create a wildfire change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, guys, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. And we have to talk about things that are uncomfortable to talk about, like depression, anxiety, addiction, stressors, suicide, homicide, just like all the things that are censored by YouTube. We have to break the stigma. And if you are feeling that way, please dial 988 as a suicidal crisis lifeline. Dial 988. And for you men and women out there, I salute you and thank you for your service. If you're going through post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, addiction, alcoholism, whatever, dial 988 and press 1. A trained counselor will talk to you as long as you want. It's free and confidential, guys. It really is. A lot of us need help. I mean, I call my support team. I call my counselors. I mean, today you asked Jim. I was like, my mind was racing. I was in so much pain, but not as much pain as Key Fob. Oh my God. I had another fall early this morning. I've had like a migraine. It's my migraine's a little bit better now. Bad day. And I'm stressing Jim out. I've had it checked. Listen. About a month ago, all right, the ambulance came here. They took me to OSU, not the Srinky Dink hospital, okay? And I was staying overnight there. And they actually did a heart test on me, a stress test on my heart. And that was no fun either. And I don't want this stream to be about me. You know, I want to know about you guys, how you're doing. I know, and I feel like I know you see I'm in a lot of pain, right? Because of my facial expressions and stuff, and just I'm worried about my bills. I'm worried about him right now. He's been laying in bed pretty much all day. He hasn't been feeling good. It's because of the stress I caused him from last night. I worry about his mental health. And I like the old adage is, you can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, right? So I am worried about him. As for me and stuff, I've been trying to just I get phone calls from like the state, trying to talk to me about, getting on, because Jim's not working or whatever, getting on Medicaid, but we're not qualified for Medicaid because of certain reasons and all this stuff. And I was having a panic attack with the caseworker on the phone. And when I'm in pain like this, and it's like I can't focus. Thanks. Don't call me babe, by the way. No, you can call me Rocket Queenie, whatever. But don't, please. Heavy metal forever, right? But yeah. Jim trusts me. He knows and stuff. I don't play like that. So, I might have a play on words every now and then, but babe is for Tay, not for me. Babe Tay. Tay babe. See, I know how it is with Hi, Isaac Olson. How are you? If I'm chopping up your name, I apologize. How are you? He hasn't been through this, Jim. You know, so when I tell him, well, we need this, we need that, we need this, he gets stressed out because he's leery of it. Like, I don't want these people having my. Well, you need it. You know what I mean? He doesn't understand. He understands it, but it's all foreign to him, right? So, and then when I have to deal with my crap, it's like he gets. Pray for him. He needs more prayers than I do. Trust me. Yeah. I want to go in my studio and do this because I have the PSAs and all that. And my back, I couldn't do it because of my back with that chair and stuff. So here I am in my living room. I'm welcoming everybody to my living room. But I hope you guys are doing all right out there. If you're struggling with drugs, alcohol, mental illness, I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, right? He's the one that put them up, not me. That's his doing, not mine. He's had these up. These are bachelor curtains. Oh man, it's not the first time people commented, and so they're like, "Oh, look at the blinds; they need to be cleaned or something." Like, I can't reach up that high because of my back. He can though, but I would have had all cats on my curtains. Yeah, fat, right. Yeah, country chic. That's what we'll call it. Country chic. How about that? Flannel. Well, it's not flannel. It's, well, what it, man, this is rough. You need to put that in the washing machine and put like Downy on it. That's rough. No wonder he put these up here, right? Because it's so rough. Oh my God. That's his fashion. He's had the same shirts forever. And I'm going to tell you something. He went outside, because we have a few cats. And one of our cats looks good for, yeah. Well, I'm surprised people aren't asking me, are you from Ireland or something? Yeah, because of the green. I'll tell Jim that. I'll tell Jim. He needs a laugh. Ever since the day one, since our wedding, he's been crying. I'm just saying. Oh, man. You're making me feel good. Easy. You really are. And so did Alicia, Carney, Dying Breed. spitting chips. We had fun the other night. No, you do. You tell me you tell me when I say I try, and it's like, no, you do. I was actually just gonna put a couple of shorts up about, like Robert Kennedy, Robert Carradine and Martin Short's daughter, Katherine, killing themselves. Yeah, I did get you, huh? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I get him all the time. I have a memory like an elephant, and I use a lot of drugs in my time. I used probably could kill like a herd of elephants or more. And if they left a suicide note, who knows? It's the family's business. But I think, and this is what I think. Who was the actress that passed away? Katherine. She was on Home Alone. Hold on. I'll find out. Hold on. Katherine O'Hara. That was her name. I think she was very close with Katherine O'Hara, and she passed away about a month ago. So who knows? We don't know. Katherine Short was a social worker. And I'm going to tell you something. And a lot of people don't know this. When you're a therapist, a psychiatrist, a drug and alcohol counselor, whatever, do you know that, because a counselor told me this, because I guess I put her through chaotic hell at one point when I was in Jersey. She told me I see therapists to vent to them. Because they can't talk to their husbands or their spouses or whatever. You know what I mean? So they have to vent, so they go to counseling themselves. I can imagine what they told their counselors about me. Oh. But yeah. Even psychiatrists go to counseling. I mean, my husband's brother, Dusty, back in 1976, shot himself. Okay, and God bless my mother-in-law. I miss you, Mom. I miss you very much. I love you. I miss your kisses on my cheek. Anyway. Oh wait, I think Osage is back. Hold on. Oh my God, my back. Osage. Is Osage back? No. Oh my God. You got me on my seat for nothing. Oh boy. Okay, I'm back. My God, oh my God, oh my God. Woo-hoo. Our cat Osage got out. And so he's been missing for a day. But a few days ago, Kickapoo ran out, stayed out for 3 days. And I guess he missed on no, it's cooling off. It's in the refrigerator. And with my heating pad, I have it in the bedroom. But when I'm sitting here, I rather have the ice pack on. Don't worry, it's gonna be coming. It's just cool, turning into ice right now. Oh, boy. In fact, I should check on now, tell you the truth. Honey? I can't get up. Honey? He's hard of hearing, too. Honey? Jim? I don't know if he's taking a shower or not. Jim? Armored Saint! Oh my God. Alright, can you just get me my ice pack, please? Because I got up to see if Osage was at the door because Kickapoo was meowing.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah. There, see? Say hello to take it. I know you're just wave. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi, husband. His name is Jim. And he's looking for Osage too. No!
Yeah, but there's a giant possum right here.
Well, did you get your phone?
No, it's my phone.
So we have a giant possum like this big that comes and eats out of the cat food bowl.
It ran off, but look, it's a fat possum because it keeps eating all the cat food.
Or maybe pregnant like Juniper, but wait, hold on. Wait, just say the story. No, you don't have.
What story?
About the possum.
Yeah.
All right, this is the story about the possum that Jim's going to tell you.
It's not a story. The fat possum ran away when I opened the door, and it's fat because it eats all the cat food.
And probably prayers, like Juniper.
Well, I don't like to think that way, Vic.
But I always think that way.
Why don't you read him a cat joke or a plague poem?
Why don't you, honey?
No. So it's your stream. It's your stream.
You heard him, right? Tell him about the ADHD shirt story.
ADHD!
You hear him? Wait, hold on.
No.
No. You have to come over here.
No, I don't, Vic.
No,
Go bed.
All right, hold on. You have to come over here and tell him. All right, here's the ADHD shirt story.
It's not a story. It's a shirt that you can't get right. It says ADHD.
Yeah.
Why finish one project when you can start 5?
Or 6 or 7 or 8. I was that close to putting the camera on you.
Well, that's the last time you had to see me.
Oh my God. That's Jim. Yeah, is my husband that passed away February 25th, 2011, and tomorrow is his anniversary of his death. And that's why I'm feeling all like, whatever. Maybe I'll do a tribute show to him. I don't know yet. Yeah, maybe that's why I'm feeling a little bit like that too. But he makes me laugh and smile, and he knows that, because when he was telling the possum story or the ADHD story, he gave me a smile and all that stuff. Because he knows better. I was that close to just flipping the camera over on him. But he's been stressed out all day and not feeling well and all that. Now he's playing the guitar. He must be feeling better now. I think he's playing the song that he wrote me way back when. The Ballad of Rocket Queen. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah. I always get his blood pressure up in one form or another. At least he's up and playing the guitar. Yeah. But it's not that kind of a stream. If that was that kind of a stream, we would be on what? XXX Hub. I really thought this stream was going to really be dark because of subject matter. I'm trying to break the stigma and get my message out there to you guys that life is worth living. I should have been dead years ago from drugs and alcohol and or mental illness like depression, because I do go through my dark periods. I'm not talking about those periods either. I'm talking about like with my back or whatever and stuff. So last time I said I had more traumas. You want to hear? Wait, hold on. Yeah, you need a balance. Exactly. You have to have a sense of humor and some laughter and yeah, I agree. So yeah, throw them on me. Throw me some more trauma. No, yeah, but you know me, Easy. We could be talking about serious matters and whatever and stuff. And, I do switch things up. I just switched it away. I decided to go to my studio to do all this. You know what I mean? But my heartfelt prayers and thoughts are with, Martin Short's family, to the Carradine family, to all those families that have lost loved ones through suicide. Oh, now Jim's talking. He's playing "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd on his guitar. Wish You Were Here. That's a poignant song. So easy. Tell me more trauma. And if you guys, I'm going to tell you again, if you're struggling with drugs and alcohol and or mental illness, you can always come here to talk to me about it. If you don't feel comfortable talking to me about it, I understand. If you go on, say, my shorts or my videos or whatever, you get type urgent and whatever, and we'll get in contact. You can also contact me through my email. Just press urgent and then the topic, and we can email. We can figure something out. That beat me. What? That beat you? Oh, what? Him playing the oh, something happened. Are you okay?
I'm fine. It was a cat.
Oh, what cat? He said, "Oof." I thought, he opened up the door right away, right? The ice pack really does help a lot, but you can't really put it on for that long. Like, you can put it on for like 20 minutes, a half hour. And this ice pack is long lasting too, which is good. But last night it was pretty bad last night. But I can't complain, guys. I really can't, because there's many more people out there like Key Fob, Adventures of Key Fob, who about a couple of weeks ago had a real terrible accident. And so he's lucky to be alive. That was my childhood until I turned 18 and left. Wait, hold on. Oop. That's nice. Yeah. I didn't see what you put. Easy. I didn't. You said that was my childhood until I turned 18 and left. Weird, okay. Now, somebody wrote a very inappropriate message. I had a give him the boot. Essentially, my dad left before I was born. My mom left when I was 4. Why? Because of drugs? Were you taken care of by your grandparents? Yeah. Well, that's what happened with my kids. Uh, I've spoken about it before, where my addiction got so bad, where my ex-in-laws took custody of my daughter, and my mother took care of my son. But on weekends, because my in-laws worked, they would alternate weekends to take care of both kids. And I got put in a household where they beat me physically and foster care, right? Oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that. Your family? Like your grandparents? Or just aunts and uncles or whatever? It doesn't matter. I feel bad. Oh. You can let it all out. I'm sure it still hurts you, and all that. And other. And let me ask you this. Did it cross over from say when you were a kid, and then when you were with your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, you held the pattern? You know what I'm talking about? I've had a boyfriend and stuff that his father used to beat him, and he was from North Carolina. And we were together because of the drugs and all that stuff. And yeah, okay, all right, yeah. And so we used to get into fights. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? Hi, Mr. Pricey. How are you? Thanks for joining me on my stream. So let me ask you, were you ever arrested? You don't have to tell me and stuff, but I'm doing better, thanks. I'm doing rocktastic. How about you? I bet. I know it does. I think you told me that, what, in the last stream? I know what juvie is. I've had friends that were in juvie too. In the Morris County Detention Center. Yeah. And you know what? And I'm going to tell you something. All right. Hold on. The Morris County Detention Center, and first of all, it was run by counselors. It wasn't run by CEOs. You know why the Morris County Detention Center switched to official correctional officers? Is because some kid stabbed a counselor with a pencil in his neck, and he died. And that's why they switched to sheriff's officers. They made the change. And that was back in, what, 1990 something. I don't know what happened to that kid. But yeah, they switched to counselors, regular civilians, to corrections officers at the Morris County Detention Center, and now it looks like a regular bona fide jail. And then right up the street, all right, so here, let's say this is Morris County Detention Center, right? Then right up the hill, right here, was the Morris County Youth Shelter. And at times, because some of my friends were in juvenile detention, they would get out, but the judge would send them to the youth shelter because the parents didn't want to have anything to do with them. My mom literally hit me with the "I am going to get milk" and left her in her Woody station wagon. Haha. Yeah. And how old? You said 4, right? And you're the only child? Or you have brothers and sisters? That's traumatizing to a kid. And you know what? People say to me, Ellett, kids don't know from that age what you were doing. Oh, they know something's wrong. They can sense it. You know what I mean? They can sense something's wrong when they're 18 months old. Yeah, we love them. Keep them coming, right? They're doing me better than they think, right? Take it easy. I mean, I had more stuff, but well, at time, yeah, you don't have to. That's right. Keep it right. High five there, right? I just don't. Whatever, At least I don't have Ozempic face. All right. That drug's like cocaine too, with all the celebrities and whatever. You see them push it on YouTube, but a different version kind, like a knockoff version of Ozempic. All AI crap. Cheers. Java Monster is the only rocket fuel for this rocket queen. Hell yeah. Hey, hey, what's up? I have something for you. You're going to be proud of me. You're going to be proud of me. And, yeah, right. No, I'm going to sleep. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But here, Cyber Hog. Cyber Hog. Java Monster Hug. Cyber Hug. Anyway, you're going to be proud of me, Dean. I'll tell you why. I thought this is really going to be a dark stream, okay? Because it had to do with a dark subject, okay? Because Robert Carradine, at the age of 71, died from suicide, okay? And also, 2 hours later, Martin Short's daughter died of suicide at the age of 42. And she was a social worker, okay? And I don't know if you know about Martin Short, but his wife died of cancer years ago. Anyway, so I wasn't feeling too good myself. I wasn't suicidal. I was just depressed and all that stuff, all right? And with my pain issues, I have my ice pack on my back. And Jim's had a rough night too, all right? So I felt compelled to do a live stream about it. I couldn't go in my studio because of that chair, all right? But guess what I did? Without Dying Breed even telling me a Bible verse, nothing has to do with Jim. I actually wrote a couple Bible verses down. And before the stream, I got the good old book. All right. So I was looking for Isaiah. All right. All right. Isaiah. Hi, Carney. What, you didn't say me any? I don't know. I'm afraid to give you a cyber hug because I think you're going to... I mean, you should all be wearing gas masks or something. I'm going to give it to you anyway. We're going to take our chances. Holding our nose, cyber hug. Are we safe? Are we safe? Oh, I love that. And you didn't save me any. Ah. With rye bread? He doesn't like rye bread. I like the the 12 grain breads. Like the $5 breads. Alright, yeah, but you know what happened to me? Moto? I took this is before the stream and everything else. So I said I had to look for Isaiah. Guess what popped up to? Isaiah. I was like, really? So talk about God working in our lives, right? And I have a few other stories about this. All right, so I'm like, oh, that was easy. So I didn't have to look that further, right? Then I had to look at I had to look up Psalm 34, right? It didn't take much effort for me to find Psalm 34. No joke. And so, yeah, wait, no, it's not, no, it's 34. Or no, wait, Isaiah 41. Isaiah 41, and I did read it from here, by the way, but for our lay people like myself, I had to read it through, hold on. Oh, you just post? Oh, okay. All right, wait. I don't have my glasses on. Wait a minute. Hold on, Moto. I have to put my glasses on. I had to put my glasses on. Hold on. Let's see. All right. So it's Isaiah 53 through 5. Oh, I'm sorry. Isaiah. You should make this a clip. Because remember the clip that I had? Like, yeah, you have to put your sunglasses on to read things. Yeah, okay. All right, so it's Isaiah 53, 5. It reads, but he was wounded for our transgression. God. We are... Yeah, these glasses really help. They really do. I'm just fooling you guys. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our inequities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. There's a joke with these glasses, okay? Well, not these. Well, they're the same kind of glasses, but these are blue. Yeah, you can find more. But I put all right because Robert Carradine, he was the brother of David Carradine, who also killed himself under mysterious circumstances, and Keith Carradine, and he was in the movie Revenge of the Nerds in 1984. You remember that film? Great film, right? And then Martin Short's daughter, Katherine, at the age of 42, killed herself today. And so I said, before I do this, I feel compelled to get the Bible out. Right? Without Jim telling me, without anybody, it was God was speaking through me, okay? Like, come on, Vic. Right? And that's what I did. So Isaiah is, okay, Isaiah, and it's for the people who are fighting mental illness, drug addiction, right? Keep on fighting. You know, we're all fighting here, right? So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. And then for the families, and for all families that are grieving, whether it be suicide or not, it could be an overdose, it could be a sudden death. All right. This is Psalm 34:18. And it says, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. And I told Brian Breen about this. You know, I said, I don't need you, preacher, no more. No, I still need him. I love him. But yeah, I mean, I can take these off, right? Because I'm not going to be reading anything soon. So yeah, for some reason or another, somebody's stream just popped up. I don't know. Stupid. Anyway. Hold on. Let's see here. Gothic, how you doing? I'm doing. How you doing? Welcome to my stream. I hope you guys out there and stuff, I'm reaching my hand out to you guys. I really am. If you guys are struggling with drugs, alcohol, and or mental illness and stuff, you can always come to the chat and talk to me and to the other members of the Queen's Life Brigade. You know, we're here to uplift each other. We're here to support each other. We're here to stand firm with each other, stand shoulder to shoulder with them. You know, if you don't feel comfortable talking to me, I can understand that and stuff, but please. Yeah. I used to have this. This is a new one. But I used to have this. Like back in 86, they came out with a shirt like this. And actually back in 1988, I showed Ozzy, I mean, not this exact shirt, but you know. And you know what he did? He just he gets Randy. I think he was going for my breast, but you know what I mean. Yeah. That's what he did. Yeah. I actually think I had a mirror, like I went at a carnival, at the Denver Carnival, or at, I think, Warden Carnival in New Jersey. You remember the mirrors and stuff like that? The rock mirrors like Van Halen, and they had like Ozzy and and all that. You remember that? They had heart glasses, mirrors and stuff. They had like Dokken, Rat, Poison. You know those mirrors? You went at Carnival, you spent like $50 on one $2 mirror. You know what, right? I had this too on a mirror. I don't know where that one. I think my mom probably sold her and threw it out. I would love to meet Randy. I would love to meet him. You know. Do you remember back in 1982 when that plane crash happened? Listen, it was 1982, okay? So I was like 11 years old, so I didn't know anything about Randy Rhoads until I was like, what, 13, 14? All that. Are you serious? Did you take any like camera footage? I know you could, but you know, seeing him live to the day a month before he died. Oh my God. And then when you found out, you're like, no way, come on now. No. Right? It blows your mind. We drove in my VW bug. You had, oh my God, punch buggy, right? 200 miles. So that took you what? I'm trying to think here. About 3 hours, right? Especially in your VW bug. What color was it? Some college auditorium, so we were super close to the stage. Yeah, and not crowded. That's when they had general admission to these. Oh no! Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Orange? You love your orange. I have something for you too. That's why you love Java Jet so much, because of her flamey hair. Right? What was I gonna say? Yeah, when hold on. There I got him. When I played, they still had general admission. And stuff. And it wasn't that bad. General admission was like $10, $15 at the most. How much were your tickets? Well, they just let you in. They didn't have any tickets, but their stage props were hazed up and hung up. Wait, in Minneapolis. So the stage was a little lacking, but so cool. The castle. It seemed like they were always behind, right? Did you take pictures or Polaroids of you guys being at the concert? Or no, because you're like, screw it. Yeah, it's not like today, right? Somebody asked me, I think it was in the last live stream, they're like, did you like Ozzy when he was with Black Sabbath or when he was, solo? And I mean, like I said, I opened up for Ozzy. So, of course, it would be solo. But I like Black Sabbath too. So the one I love out Black Sabbath is Tommy. Okay, I loved his spectacles and stuff. He's so cool. Okay, Geezer and everybody else can just, they're hard nosed. So's Tommy, but you know what I mean. All these people are dying off. And like Jim said to me, well, Vic, we're like 50 years old or more, you're going to see people dying off. I'm like, no, not me. I'm 21, baby, 21 forever. No, I know he did. He wrote all the lyrics. War Pigs, right? He wrote all of them. Changes. Paranoid. Sweet Leaf. Yeah. Just like with Motorhead, there's not going to be another Black Sabbath. You know what I mean? When Lemmy died back in 2017, 2015, I miss him too. No more Motorhead. But I'll tell you one thing what I'm pissed at is Kiss reassigning the makeup of Peter, Chris, and Ace to Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer. That's bullshit. They should have retired them. They did it with Eric Carr, right? So, fuck Paul and Gene. I still can't get over like Ace's death. That to me, it's taking a lot longer. And then tomorrow is the anniversary of my husband's death. Ed, he passed away February 25th, 2011, and I will admit, guys, it still affects me. Even though I am blessed, I'm happy that I'm married to Jim. I try to do something to honor Ed in a way, in my own special way. You know what I mean? But I know he's happy. I know it's happy for me that I have the gym now. So, but it's been a rough couple of days for me. Be back, gotta play a song. What song? What time is it? And my cell phone is about to die. It's only 11:30 Eastern time. What the heck? What song are you gonna play? Yeah, that's why I said 11:30. Here it's 10:30. It's not late. Come on. No. Well, you have work in the morning, right? So, yeah. I know, 7:20, and then at 7:45, you always send out, your alerts. Join me on StreamYard. How do I know that? Oh, I look at my email every day. I hope to get back on the coffee crew. I told you, I said I would like to make it a regular thing or just, whatever. But take it day by day, all right? Hey! Moto! Do Suicide Solution! And for those that aren't familiar with the song, it's not about a solution, meaning suicide. It's just the opposite of that. Because we've had a couple suicides here in Hollywood. Robert Carradine, who was 71, he was battling bipolar disorder for about 20 years. Martin Short's daughter, Katherine, she was 42. She killed herself, and she was a social worker and all that stuff. And they were both in the news today. But there are plenty in the world right now, in the U.S., elsewhere, that are thinking about it. Don't think about it. Call somebody saying, I feel like hurt myself. I feel like doing this to myself. Call somebody and get yourself some help. Life is so worth living, guys. I can complain all I want about life and whatever, but life is so beautiful. And thank God for the Queen's Light Brigade. That's why I create the Queen's Light Brigade, guys, so we can diminish the darkness and create a wildfire change. So we can diminish the darkness and help each other, uplift each other, support each other in any way we can. A lot of people are lonely thanks to the internet. And everybody seems to feel empty because of scrolling your life away. And they wonder why life isn't worth living anymore. Life is worth living. I should have been dead years ago because of my addiction. And thank God, because of my gift recovery, It gave me my husband. It gave me this house. It gave me you guys. It gave me my cats. It gave me, life again. I wasn't existing. I'm living. Yeah, I'm living with pain, but that's okay. My pain right now is minute compared to what others are going through. Physically, I'm talking about. Like with Adventures of Key Fob, he should have died. But I think the big man upstairs says, no. You're not done with your work down here. Because he does stuff with Fallen Angels that are... Fallen Angels is a organization that helps foster kids that get out of the foster care system with no place to go. And that happens. When you turn 18 in the foster care system, bye-bye. So Adventures of Key Fob helps them out with any way he can. So does Sick Bastard 71. And they need a lot of support and care and love and yeah, that's right. That's right. Easy, he knows that I don't say anything. They're not worth my time. I appreciate you, Easy. Just like I appreciate them too. Right? More ways than one. And with all the spit coming out of my mouth, right? You know what? No, I'm spraying them with love. Right? Idiots. Spitting it? Yeah, spitting it. I have somebody that comes on here. He's not a troll or anything. And he'll say you're like on my like feed. He came up on here on my live stream and he said, "You're an angel. Thanks for." He's like, "I'm glad I found you." And he goes on my shorts, leaves comments and everything, and yeah, and his name is Spittin' Chips. So everybody spits every once in a while, right? Yeah, I should have done this in the studio. But oh well. I think we made a difference, right? Easy. Hey, love you too. Oh my God. Hold on. I hope. Listen. I hope you're able. Oh shoot. There I am. Ooh. I know bedtime. You want a bedtime story? Trolls. I love you, sister. I love you, and you're in my thoughts and prayers, and with Froggy too. And I hope. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you real. I felt compelled to do a live stream. I've been having a bad day. Okay. But guess what I did? Before Dying Breed even spit it out a Bible verse or came on this live stream, I actually read from a good book. Oh, and you know what? One of our cats ran away. Osage. But right? Before now, I thought this was going to be a dark stream. Okay? Because I don't know if you heard that Robert Carradine passed away. He was in the movie Revenge of the Nerds back in 1984. He committed suicide at the age of 71. And then right after, the news said that Martin Short's daughter, Katherine, and she was a social worker, by the way, at the age of 42, she committed suicide. And I think it's with her, I think it's because she was really close with Catherine O'Hara. You know, she did like Home Alone and all that. And yeah, so I felt compelled to come on here. I wanted to go on my computer to do the stream because I have my PSAs and everything. You know, the wildfire change and whatever. And my back couldn't handle it. And all that. So that's why we're live from the couch. Right? So before I did the live stream, I said, well, I feel compelled. Well, I'm glad you loved it. All right. Sorry. So, anyway, oh, you know what? Just for that, I'm going to mess up my hair. Yeah. Woo! Now that's messy hair. That actually felt good doing that. You have to listen. You have to have a sense of humor in this life. Looking like Kiss out there, yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's mess it up again. Woo! Almost fell a stellar. my God! Wait, you know what? Moto, tomorrow, or whenever you can do it. Get an old picture of Phyllis Stellar. Right? And then have a picture of me. And all right, wait, hold on. It's ruining my neck, by the way. All right, hold on, ready? You ready to do this? Hey, my hair looks even better now, huh? Sexier. Woo. Anyway, you ready? I don't even want to mess up this hair. Look. I don't want to mess up my hair now. It looks like I was in the 80s and stuff. But anyway, are you ready? We're going to do this again. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Time to mess up that hair. Peekaboo. Oh. Now that's funny. I was telling Lolly about the Bible verses and all that. And I actually got the big book out. I got the big book out, or the good old book, right? And I actually want to read from Isaiah, right? And when I opened up the book, it went right to the Isaiah, not to the Bible verse, to the Isaiah. I was like, oh, isn't that something? So then I went to Psalms, and it didn't take me much effort at all to get the Bible verses and stuff. So, my thoughts and prayers, yes. And I can tell you a few others, okay? I told Jim about it. The other night, I was so overwhelmed and whatever. Jim said a prayer when he was in my studio. And all of a sudden, I felt something like hold my shoulders. Didn't know why. And I felt relief. Like everything was going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. I know God's real and stuff. But for the past few months, it's been weird. No, it wasn't. But that's what you believe. That's on you. Yeah. So, praise Jesus. Yeah. Rose City, I know who you were talking about, and all that. Okay, we're not gonna go there. I mean, seriously, you know. But people want to believe in Muhammad, or you know, that's on them, right? There's only one true God. Jesus is king. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. I love the shirt too. Are you an Aussie fan? I should have been dead years ago, Rose City. What's your favorite song, Mike? I'm sorry, Lolly. Yeah, it's her bedtime and stuff, but I will say these Bible verses again. I love Mr. Crowley. That's one of my favorites. Yes. I will say the verses that I said at the beginning of the stream. And Mr. Crowley, crazy train. All right, wait a minute. All right, hold on. All right, love you. All right, so this is for the brokenhearted, okay? For if you're grieving over somebody, if you just lost somebody to suicide, this is for you. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. And that's Psalm 34:18. I know. Good. I love you. Tell Froggy I said hello. I hope transportation is better. I hope. Because I'll tell you, being without a car, that's bad. That, especially if you're in the sticks, right? And the third one, the second one I said in the beginning of the live stream is, oh, so tired. What the? Now that's funny. You should play that when you're going to bed. Or you should play that with Froggy. Saying honey and just crank it up and it'll play so tired. If you want to hippity hop, if you know what I mean, wink wink, you crank that up. So tired. Maybe I should do that with Jim, right? Seriously. I love you. But the second one I said in the beginning of the stream, and it was for all of us who are so tired of this life at times, like because of financial worries, because of our car breaking down, of our truck breaking down, because of bills piling up, you know, what's going on in the world, demonic things going on in the world, the darkness surrounding the earth, right? All that, right? That's why we created the Queen's Light Brigade, right? So we can create a wildfire of change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all of it, guys, but we're going to fight like how to get rid of it. Right? Right? We're going to fight. So Isaiah 41:10 says, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. Yes. Amen. And I hate to tell you guys, my cell phone is about to go out. 5%, guys. I'm at 5%. So, oh wait, what? My husband just dropped something. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Yes. Hold on. All right. You have to. All right, hold on. Watch this.
Don't put it on me. I don't know how this works. I've never used it before.
Say hi.
Hi. Now get it off me.
All right, say something about the ADHD.
No, already did. That's the answer.
He plugged it in, all right, but it's one of those. I don't know what it is. And you know what? I can't. You saw him, right? Wally says good night.
Why?
Did he hear him? He said good night. She didn't hear you.
I'm in the bathroom.
He's in the bathroom. So when he gets out, I'll say good night. I should never said anything. I should never said anything that. Hey, Corey, what's up? It's okay, I heard him good. How are you? How are you? I'm rocktastic. And you know what? I'm so rocktastic that my hair's a mess. Woo! Take it easy. Thank you. Let me give a cyber hug to all of you guys. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have a good rest. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Have a blessed day tomorrow. Thank you for being part of something that's greater than ourselves. And say good night, honey.
Good night, honey. I got cat litter, Vic.
Okay.
Let me go take care of it.
Yeah, I do too. Thank you. I do too.
What's your battery up to?
It's still at, I don't know. It's at 3%. 5%. Alright, sure, brother. Good night. I think it's at 5%.
Well, just see if it even goes below that, because the battery should last.
Yeah, but you said you didn't know how to put it in.
It's in. It's plugged in. This is the first time we've used it.
We'll find out.
Yeah, it may last for another 5 hours.
Yeah, we're not gonna stream that long.
Yeah.
Do that? Sure. I don't even think it's. I'm at my studio. Wait. Don't you have to do it with a hashtag? Wait a minute, let me see something. I don't even think it works.
Well,
oh no, I'm talking to. He's trying to do the gamble, mini games on here, and I don't think it works. And I don't even think the battery works. That he plugged into this, it won't work. Because I think it's still at 5%. You know what? Don't put the number. Just put like slots. Or put exclamation 8 ball. Or exclamation quotes. Don't put a number on it. You understand what I'm saying? Streamlabs has been acting very wonky anyway. Lately. Wait, hold on. Let me see some. I don't even think I can do this on here. No, see? I can't do it on my cell phone. But you know what? I can do. Hold on. Let me see something. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, see? When you don't put any number on there, but you have to ask it a question. Like, I don't, it's so dumb. Cool down. Yeah, very wonky. Just like Rocktastic, right? Rocktastic is a Rocktastic word. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, sure, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. I do appreciate it. And I salute you and welcome to the Queen's Light Brigade. Well, if you love him, you love him. Well, I appreciate you too. I really do. I'll see if I can fix that, gamble and the slots and all that stuff. I know you can do tic-tac-toe also. But I have to fix that. Really? No, it's their channel, so, Did you what? I know, it's just people can just be their own way, you know what I mean? You can't, I'm going to tell you this. You can't take it personally, especially on here. You can't. They might say the nastiest things to you or whatever, like if you're live streaming and stuff, but guess what? The joke's on them because they keep raising up your algorithm. You know what I mean? I've been in this game for a long time. So, it's like, whatever. Thank you, Chur. We strive to be, That's the only reason why I stream, guys. It's because I'm a recovering crack and heroin addict since 2004, alcohol since 2011. I should have been dead years ago, guys, years ago. But I'm here. I'm trying to help you guys out. By helping you, you help me. I'm still human. I still go through depression, panic attacks, anxiety, back pain issues, and whatever. Thank you. There you go. I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for the fame or anything. I try to have an outlet for people. You know, that's the only reason why I do it for. I generally care about you guys out there, even though I don't know you. You know, because there's a lot of people right now that are suffering in silence, that are lonely, that are, you know, having thoughts of suicide or homicidal thoughts and whatever. Like today, Robert Carradine and Martin Short's daughter, Katherine, killed themselves for whatever reason, you know. And I don't want that to happen to you. You are seen, you are heard, you are loved, you are appreciated, and your life matters, guys. Your life matters. Your story can help others. And that's why I do my stream. And please, guys, please, if you feel like you want to hurt yourself or somebody else, or you just feel depressed, or you feel like you're in crisis and you don't feel comfortable talking to me, I understand that. I completely understand that. Okay? But please pick up your phone, dial 988 for the Crisis Suicide Lifeline. Or if you're in the military, guys, if you're in the military, I salute you. And if you're going through addiction, alcoholism, post-traumatic stress disorder, or whatever, please dial 988 and then 1. Your life matters, guys. You know, and believe it or not, even if you don't know what your purpose is just yet, you'll find out. God will give you signs. Trust me on that. The U.S. doesn't do much for veterans. You know, there are still veterans out there that are homeless, that are addicted. My husband Jim is a veteran, an Army veteran. He served from 1985 to 1989 in the Army. He saw the world. He went to Germany. He went to Italy.
What's your battery at?
What's my battery at? I can't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, don't worry.
I love you.
I love you.
Jim came out of the bedroom and got himself a monster. Now he's going outside to find Osage, I hope.
Or peace. Yeah.
Or yeah, so Jim's brother was in the Army also. He was in Vietnam. And when he came home. Yeah, well, this is not, no, it's not what you think. It's this. I'm not promoting it, guys. I wasn't paid to watch the and that's your choice. I'm going to ask you, sure. I'm going to ask you, do you feel like you're addicted? Were you on my channel before? Oh my god! No way! You're kidding me, right? Alright, hold on. My grandmother was born in Wellington, New Zealand. Alright, oh my god. I wish. Oh god. I feel like we're family. Okay? Kiwi power. Alright. Well, Wellington, nice. Same island as me. I know. Alright. What a small world. Yeah. I still have family there. Okay? I haven't talked to them in a long time. But they're from Auckland. My grandmother. Alright. My grandmother went back there in 1985 before she passed away in 1996. Okay? I want to go back to New Zealand. I actually want to get an authentic Maori tattoo with the spike, okay? Not with a gun, spike and everything, okay? All right, have you heard? I'm sure you've been there. Have you been to Ellerslie Racecourse? I know you've been there. Taronga. But have you been to Ellerslie Racecourse? My great-grandfather, first of all, my great-grandfather is German, okay? So they immigrated from, nope, but I have been to Auckland a few times, okay? This is why I wish I was on my computer. To show you. My great-grandfather, okay, migrated from Germany to New Zealand for a better life, okay? Why he picked New Zealand, I have no idea, okay? He was the head horticulturalist, like the head planner, for Ellerslie Racecourse. He actually came up with a formula where the palm trees can grow. Okay? His palm trees still stand there today. So if you ever go to Ellerslie Racecourse, those are my great-grandfather's palm trees. And there's actually a plaque there too. And the reason why he left New Zealand to come to America is for a better life. And plus, the natives there, not just the Maoris, but all people from New Zealand, if they found out you were German, they hated you. There was a prejudice against Germans there because of what Hitler did. So that's why he moved from New Zealand to America. So my grandmother came over to America at 11 years old. I know. It's like, my grandmother took a flight from Newark Airport to New Zealand, and they had it stop in Houston, Texas, and then they had it stop in Los Angeles, LAX, and then they had it stop in Hawaii. So it's about like 19 hours away by plane. No. He was German and Dutch. So I'm German, Dutch, and Kiwi. I actually, have you heard of passion fruit? And they have the passion fruit syrup in a jar, and you can put it on ice cream. I know you have, but they still have the seeds in the pulp in the syrup. My grandmother, when she came back from New Zealand, she brought a jar of that. Customs let her have it. Yeah. Real good, right? They even had a Cadbury bar with kiwi in it. And with passion fruit in the middle. Yeah. And you can eat the seeds too. They look like watermelon seeds, but you can still eat the seeds. I can get stuff from New Zealand. Like they have, like if you look on the internet, they have like New Zealand snack boxes or whatever. And I've gotten one of them and stuff. I forget where it was from. It's called New Zealand Dairy or something like that. With chocolate, yeah. They're made by Cadbury. I wouldn't mind trying to get a jar of it, but I don't think customs will allow me to have that. You know? Oh well, what can you do? I believe that. But your chocolate bars have less sugar in it than ours. Because when I got that snack box, I forget what kind of candy it was, but you can tell there's less sugar in that candy than what we have. We all are. Let's face it. We all are. Hey, speaking of sugar, this is full of it. Child Monster is the only rocket fuel for this rock queen. Hell yeah! Oh, you will love it. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. All right, hold on. When my grandmother went over there back in 1985, she went with her friend, her best friend, and all that stuff. And she went in February for 2 months. She went to New Zealand, right? And she took a tourist bus ride, and of course she spent time with her family there, right? Her money doubled when she went to New Zealand because of the exchange rate. But when our family came from New Zealand to America to visit my grandmother, they lost money. No, it's not like, you know what? Who has the best food? Spain? All right. Spain and France. So if you come over here, you're going to lose money. I'll go over there to visit you. How about that? And that's the same with like my grandmother, and the rest of the family would exchange Christmas gifts, but would have to go through customs. But then the postage would be so much money. And so they would give each other calendars or something. Plus, they had to go through customs. Let me ask you this. How do you like New Zealand's government now? I'm just asking. Because it's getting way too progressive in my book. You don't have to talk about it. I'm just trying to make conversation with you. But I think New Zealand's government's getting way too progressive. Yeah, because of what they're trying to do, right? They don't want to be called New Zealand anymore. I forget her name. Did you like the lady prime minister that was through COVID? No. Right? Because your government pushed her out. Her own party pushed her out. She resigned. I forget her name and stuff, but she was too progressive for her own party too. And they want to break away from the British monarchy. They don't want to be a commonwealth of the British monarchy anymore. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You're not in trouble. Well, I hope you do come to America. I hope one day I go to New Zealand. And like I said, I hope I get a tattoo, a real Maori tattoo, with a real needle with a mail-in, right? That's what I want. One of my family members used to work at a Golden Crisp apple factory, like a produce company in Auckland, like the Auckland area. It probably would be, but more than likely it will be. But I'm not getting on my, on my chin or anything. It's just gonna be. I actually probably want to get here, close to my heart, you know. That's where my one of my family members worked for a long, long time. I think my cousins are like in construction. My cousin, she got married to an Aborigine and moved to Sydney, Australia. But I don't know where she lives at. So, yeah, I'm very proud of my Kiwi hair. I really am. You can ask my husband, My grandmother used to make the best New Zealand leg of lamb. She would always get it from the butcher, but always got it cut. It had to have the bone in it, right? And it always had to be from New Zealand. Yeah, I do. How about you? In fact, you want to hear some Bible verses now? Yeah, she used to make lamb with roasted onions, and then she used to make it with a cucumber salad with onions and all that. Lamb is so expensive in this country. The last time we had lamb was probably like 10 years ago. And I got lamb chops for here, for the both of us. Oh, she was. She was. I mean, I miss her a lot. My grandmother died in 1996. My grandfather died New Year's Day, 1996, January 1st. She passed away April 1st, 1996. But she had something medically wrong with her. You know what I mean? And that's why we lost her. Hello, Bo. How are you? How's it going? And you know what, too? Sure, she never had a New Zealand accent either. Rody! You're not gonna, are you? Hi, Grant. Oh, Gentle. I'm sorry if I. Oh my God. Sorry. I don't mean to chop up your names. I can't see. Grant? Is that it? Grant? I hope. Let me give you all a cyber welcome hug. Cyber welcome hug! Break your ribs. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Welcome. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope writing you down. I used to be blonde. And that's what you. Hey! How's it going, Rhodey? How are you, Grant? How are you? I'm rocktastic. How are you, Jennifer? How are you? Tell me how you are doing.
How's your battery?
No, say hi. Say hi.
Hey, what's up?
That was Jim. That was Jim, my husband. For those that don't know, he likes to tell us stories about ADHD t-shirts. All right, honey?
No, not anymore. No.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this.
Golly.
Sure Brother says hello. He's from New Zealand, by the way. Sure Brother is from New Zealand. Oh,
you keep turning the camera. What's up?
Sure's from New Zealand. I'm doing fine. Living in Australia. Hey! Oi, 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 oi! I feel like we're family, guys. When you're in Australia and New Zealand, I still feel a connection there. Road King says hello! He's gone. How are you, Rhodey? How are you? Yeah, he's gone. I'll tell him that, nice to meet you, Jim. Honey. He has the door closed. I hope I'm not blowing out your eardrums. West Virginia. Country roads, take me home. To West Virginia. I've been in that state plenty of times. Blue Ridge Mountains. Nice drive. Nice drive. All right, so Sure Brother says, nice to meet you, Jim.
Nice to meet you, Sure Brother.
Song is actually about Maryland. Really? Country Roads is? No, it's not. Country roads take you home. I belong. West Virginia. I'm singing it in my head. No, it's not. Yo, all right, you know what? Hold on. You miss America? What made you move to where you're at? I have to look this up. I'm afraid if I look it up, that my whole system's gonna go down. Wait. What the heck is that? No, Maryland. Well, actually, Baltimore, Maryland is the hood. It's not a good place. Not anymore. All right, hold on. Wait, I'm writing. Wait, is Maryland? We're gonna see who's right. Give me a minute, guys. Hold on. I'm doing this on a controller, guys. So you have to. Oh! Yeah, Baltimore Oriole. All right, hold on. Yeah, you're never wrong. Yeah, but you were wrong to poison me that night, Rhodey. You were wrong to poison me in a bar and casino in Los Santos. I'm still frazzled over that. All right, here. We're getting, hold on. We're going Rhodey, I'm telling you, I blame you for everything now. You know that? Darn it. I just lost it. All right, here. All right, you ready for a little bedtime story, guys? Here we go. Take Me Home, Country Roads, while famously associated with West Virginia, was inspired by a drive along Clopper Road in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Guess who was right? So the inspiration behind the song. I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. You guys are awesome. You guys are rocktastic. Really. Because I thought today's stream was going to be really dark and heavy and all that crap. But, alright, so. The inspiration behind. Did you know, honey? Did you know? Oh, wait. Did you know that Take Me Home, Country Roads was associated with a drive along Clopper Road in Maryland?
No.
He didn't know that either. You're awesome too, Jennifer. Thank you. I'm just me. I'm nobody special, trust me. I'm just here to try to build a community, to create a wildfire change with you guys, to diminish the darkness. And I know we're not going to get all the darkness, guys, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it, right? Yeah. Who's like Brigade? All right, so let's go with Road King's segment here. The inspiration behind the song. In the summer of 1970, All right, hold on, Flame. All right, so let's try this again. The inspiration behind the song. In the summer of 1970, songwriters Bill Dangoff and Taffy Nevert were driving down Clopper Road on their way to a family reunion. The rural scenery of Montgomery County, which was much less developed at the time, inspired Dandoff to repeatedly sing the phrase country roads. This moment of creativity led to the development of which would become one of America's beloved songs. And there you go. All right. Yeah, don't. Hold on. Yep, you learn something new every day. Yeah. So how did you learn that, Rhodey? You learned that from somewhere. You want to hear about the creative process? Rhodey or no? I've been through the Blue Ridge Mountains before. They're beautiful. I think the last time I went through them was in 2010.
We have a massive amount of F-22s going over to the Middle East. We're hearing that potentially 24 F-22s were moved last night.
You don't remember? Well, I like trivia too. We should do a trivia game, Rhodey. But knowing you would probably Google it. Google all the answers, right? Just cause you're a nice person doesn't mean you're gonna go to heaven. Jesus is the way for anyone to go to heaven. All have sinned and talked short of the glory of God. Romans 3:23. Jesus saves. John 3:16. Yeah, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. All must go through him to enter the King of heaven. I am a true believer. I can say that wholeheartedly because I should have been dead years ago. My husband Jim believes in him. How many have you seen The Passion of the Christ, the movie by Mel Gibson? I'm just curious. I have. My husband has. I think Mel Gibson's trying to, I don't know if he's done it already, but he's going to make the resurrection of Jesus Christ also. You really have to, you really have to have a stomach for it, especially with the crucifixion scene. Because if you've seen other movies about Christ, they're very subdued on what they do to Jesus. And Mel Gibson really, like, you actually cry. Like, you're actually there. You know? Every time I see that scene, I cry. He cried. I mean, it's just, you know. And to have Jesus' mother there watching all that happen to him, I can't imagine her pain. You understand what I'm saying? Sure, let me ask you this. Are you a believer in Jesus Christ? Hi, Blake. How are you? Thanks for showing up. Nice to see you. I understand that. I do. Hey, hope you're having a great day. I have a surgery tomorrow, and I'm super nervous. Can you give me some encouragement? Get your rest. Try not to think about it. I hope you have a loved one or a friend to help you through it. You know, let me give you a hug. Let me give you a hug, cyber hug, and I'm like, there. I hope you have a speedy recovery. I really do. You know, God's with you. You know, be your own best advocate too, and talk to your doctor about. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Oh, shoot. This thing does not work with. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to. Talk with your doctor. And if you have any questions, you ask them. Be your own best advocate. You know, and tell them if you're allergic to any medication, like opioids, you tell them. What kind of surgery are you having, by the way? I'm 41. I have never had a blood test. Well, I'm sure when you were little you did because you had to be vaccinated, right, for school. Or you went to a pediatrician. Maybe you don't remember that far. And maybe you hardly ever went to the hospital, right? I've had plenty of blood tests my day. Just recently also. They're not fun. Hell, I could teach the nurses how to spike a vein. You never did? You had to have a couple times. I'm just saying. That's all. Well, they had to because they want to know your blood type. ACL surgery? So what happened to it? You twisted it? You're scared of needles? Basketball game? When I was a kid, I used to play basketball. I was very active in sports. And I actually broke my ankle playing basketball. I fractured it in one place and broke it in the other. So what did the doctor say your recovery time was gonna be? Yeah, but what's your recovery time gonna be? Career ending? I'm sure you could just, throw some free throws, right? Nine months? And you have to go through physical therapy too, right? Like to strengthen that leg up? Well, there you go. You can pick up another sport, fishing. Way to go, Chur. Bam. I'm surprised I didn't tear my ACL. I have rotator cuff problems and stuff like that. And also, like, I've had surgery on my neck. You're getting your private pilot's license, so I can build some hours when I recover. Anyway. That's fun to do, right? Flying. But that takes a lot of muscle strength with the routers, right? There you go. Look. I can't. Anyway. Well, good luck with getting your pilot's license. I wish I could get my pilot's license. But I think my eyesight wouldn't be that great. My ex-brother-in-law flew a plane. And he scared my ex half to death because he did an engine stall. You know how that is? Like, and he scared my husband half to death. That was a long time ago. At least you'll find some new hobbies, Blake. Like fishing. You're going to get your pilot's license. That's something to look forward to, right? But 9 months, that's a hard recovery. That's why I don't want surgery on my back. But I hope all goes well for you, Blake. And like I said, just be your own best advocate when it comes to your medical care by talking to the doctor a lot. You know? Anyway. So, guys, for those that are new here, I'm Rock Queen 71 coming at you live from my headquarters in Rocklahoma. And I hope life's not dragging you down. And I hope you're not being blindsided by the white noise or brainwashed by the white noise or getting sucked into the darkness. That's why I created the Queen's Light Brigade. So we can create change. Speaking of the darkness, I'll tell you one thing, the darkness raises the algorithm in my favor, so the joke's on you guys. I'm just saying. Scotty from Catskill, New York. How are you? I haven't been to New York in so long. Catskills. Oh. I bet. Wait, Sky, hold on, honey. I have to go to the store to get some food. It's been a pleasure and it was nice to meet you. I will definitely return. Sure, I love you, brother. Okay? You're my New Zealand brother. You're my Kiwi brother, right? Kiwi. Right? Have a good one. Buy a Java Monster for me, sure. And buy me a Cadbury passion-filled one, okay? Alright, I got it. Hold on. I'm trying it. Alright, woo! There you go. I give cyber hugs out, and wait. Oh, don't. I'm not my special. I'm sorry for. I'm trying to balance this. I keep. Thank you, sure. I truly appreciate that more than you'll ever know. Much love to you. Kiwi power. We Kiwis have to stand together, right? Even if we're half a world apart, it seems like, right? Hey, wait, Scotty! Catskill, New York. I haven't been that way in so long. And I'm from Jersey, okay? I'm a Jersey girl, but I was born in New York State. I was born in Warwick, New York State, and that's Orange County. But my family and I used to go to Catskills every once in a while. My grandmother used to go to Catskills a lot and stuff, in fact. So how many feet of snow have you gotten, Scotty? In Morris County area in New Jersey, I think they got like 12 inches in the Morris County area. That's where I'm from. My hometown is Denville, New Jersey. Yeah, I believe it, 2.5 feet. So you're snowed in? And what do you do for a living, may I ask? Hi, Danica. How are you? Yeah. Well, my husband thinks so too. I'm rocktastic. You're a retired electrician. Were you in the union? think I'm more lucky than he is. Well, that's good, Scott, right? Good money. Did one of your relatives get you in the union? My husband, after he came home from the army, he was an apprentice to be a pipe fitter. And his uncle was a pipe fitter. So that's how he got in the union. Yep. My husband, was in the union, I guess, several years, but then he changed jobs and then he worked for Nordam for 22. Wait, here, let me ask him about. All right, my husband's here. Okay. And wait, hold on for 1 second.
Just tell me, Vic.
All right, so how long were you a pipe fitter for?
14.
And just you don't have to just be right here so he can hear you.
Vic, they can hear me. The mic picks it up. 14 years.
So
5 of those was as an apprentice. I went to school for 5 years, became a journeyman, and then I was a pipe fitter until I went to work for Nordam because jobs as a pipe fitter in this area were for union pipe fitting wasn't very plentiful. So I wasn't working all the time.
All right, but you were in the union, right?
Yes.
And are you still in the union, or? But no, because you have to pay dues, right?
Yes.
All right. Did you get all that, Scott? He doesn't like to be on camera, but so I'm pushing it. But yeah. So he worked for Nordam for 22 years.
No, for 21 years.
21 years. But yeah, he doesn't want to be a part of my stream, but
Because I can't walk from the front door to the bedroom without you calling me.
I know,
over here.
but I was talking to Scotty about you being a pipe fitter.
Well, guess what? My buddy, too, is leaving Nordam. He's going to go back. Boeing bought Spirit. So Boeing is now, they own the Spirit company, and it's going to be switched totally to Boeing here in Tulsa. And it's a union company. So, two put in his application. So he's going to switch over there to Boeing from Nordam.
And is it because of DEI and all that? Or the electronic stuff? It's all part of it.
Boeing pays more.
And he's been working there for how long?
17 years.
And hey, honey, I have an idea. You could go with 2. You could go. Hey, he's your best friend, right? You can say 2. I'll fill out an application with you. So Scotty, that was my husband. And all that, and he doesn't like being on camera, but sometimes I push the envelope a little bit with him. And so I like to try to get him on the stream. I met my husband on Xbox of all places. You know, so we've been married for almost 10 years. And oh, look, that's Pawnee. Say hi. She's the only female in our tribe, right? One cat ran away, Osage. So hopefully we'll find Osage soon, because I'm getting kind of stressed out about it. But yeah, here in Oklahoma, if we get 5 or 6 or 7 inches, they think this is a blizzard. If we get like 5, 6, 7 inches of snow here. But thanks, Scotty. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you come back. Have a good one. Well, in Edmond? Oklahoma? Oh my God. So we have a connection. Do you visit her? Isn't that something? Huh? I feel like, like God brought us together, my husband and I, because he was divorced. I was going through the grieving process because my husband passed away. In fact, my husband passed away, the anniversary of his death, that is, tomorrow, which is February 25th, 2011. And so, we met on Xbox. And thank God for Skype. And, we played like, GTA 5, Battlefield. I am the queen of Battlefield, don't you forget it. Even though I haven't played it in a couple months. I love it out here. I hope you get out of New York, tell you the truth. Honey, how far is Edmond from here?
What?
So Scotty Scotty has a girlfriend here, and she lives in Edmond. Now I heard of Edmond. So how far is Edmond from here?
Edmond is south of Oklahoma City. It would be 2.5 hours from here.
All right, so it's south.
It's southwest of here.
All right, so it's south. Yeah, it's cheaper in Oklahoma City, he says. Yeah, but the crime rate's going up. Same with Tulsa. Oh my God. Yeah, the cost of living is cheap here. I'll tell you something. My house, okay, in Denville, New Jersey, was $12,000 in property taxes a year. Here, our property taxes are about $250 a year. Go figure. And they're huge. Not like in New Jersey. It's ridiculous. The cost of living is ridiculous. I'm glad I got out of Jersey when I did. And that was back in 2017. nice night, Scotty. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I don't know if Ledgewood Park is in the Catskill area. I think it is. But that's a nice park to go to in New York. Wow. So, tonight's stream, I've had people from New Zealand. Watch nice. Hold on. Crap. Yep. There you go. All right. Well, there you go. All right, guys. It's been about 4 hours, and I'm gonna get off the live stream. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Thank you for the Queen's Light Brigade. Queen's Light Brigade, is trying to create a wildfire change to diminish the darkness in the world. I salute you all. We might not get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it, right, guys? You just have to fight. You know, and if life's dragging you down, if you feel like you want to hurt yourself or other people or whatever, please reach out to get some help. You are worth it. You are loved. You do matter. You know, you can always talk to me on here. Well, you too, Carney. I love you, brother. I love you. And I hope you're doing well. I think about you. I'm actually thinking about that chicken salad sandwich you were talking about earlier. With buttered bread, right? My grandmother used to put butter on everything. Even like with a ham and cheese sandwich. She used to put butter on or margarine on her bread. I could understand it. So like for me, when she used to make lunches for me for school, she would put butter and then peanut butter and then jelly. You know? Memories. But I could never figure out why, like, with butter or margarine and then ham and then cheese or bologna and, I don't know. I love you, Carney. And I did put something, I know you know this, but I think you saw it with Motobomb. Motobomb, Virginia, where, I had to get him to do something for me. Right? And he said something about Vanguard, about what you do in your charities, like for St. Jude and all that, along with Sick Bastards 71s and all that. And that's commendable, Carney. Hell, I wish I could go for a ride with you to Tennessee. Right? I don't think my back could take it, though. That's the thing. So, Carney, you've been everywhere, man. So whoever's a motoblogger or a motorcycle enthusiast, there's a if you look under my community post, there's a butt run for St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and it's in Jackson, Tennessee. For further information, go to my community post, or better off yet, go to Carney Vanguard. He knows all about it. It's good. It's good. It's for a good cause, right? St. Jude's. Danny Thomas, the actor, founded it, and then his daughter took over it, Marlo Thomas, who was married to Phil Donahue. Yeah, I know all about that scene. All right. So there are good people in the world, guys. There are people that are light, that are trying to fight the darkness. Because more than ever, the world needs more light. That's why I created the Queen's Light Brigade, to try to create a wildfire change to diminish the darkness in the world. I know we're not going to get all the darkness in the world, but we're going to fight like hell to get rid of it. And please have your thoughts and prayers go out to Robert Carradine, Robert Carradine's family, and Martin Schwartz's family for for his daughter that sadly ended their lives for what apparent reason we don't know. And that doesn't matter and stuff. And for all those guys, for all those who lost somebody, whether it be a loved one, friend, worker, co-worker, that lost somebody to suicide, our prayers and thoughts are with them as well. So God bless you all. Thanks for dropping by. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Be the light and don't get sucked into the dark. Until next time, guys. Later. Bye-bye. Awesome stream, guys. Awesome stream. Thank you.